In this video, I am giving you the detailed tour of the new Bavarian Blast Waterpark and going over some hotel room options and things to do at this resort, so stay tuned. As the name explains, this unique Bavarian-style water park is Michigan's largest water park, expanding 3 football fields, and it includes Michigan's first swim-up bar. So let's take a deeper look at this water park. If you're staying at the Bavarian Inn Hotel, you can go through the main lobby to check in, but if you just have a day pass or you just want to get back into the water park, you can go through these water park doors. You only have to go to the check-in desk if you're not staying at the resort for the day. Otherwise, you get your wristbands at check-in. Downstairs is the ropes course, an arcade, and through that gift shop is the water park. The gift shop has all the basic needs and things that you may have forgotten. They do have life jackets. Of course, the water park gives you free life jackets, but they have the puddle jumper style ones here that my daughter really likes, goggles and extra towels and whatever you may want. If you're staying at the water park, you can enter starting at 4 p.m. the day of check-in. So when you enter the water park, you're coming through these doors here. And the first thing everyone wants to do is go right into that wave pool, but first you have to get another wristband that tells the workers what rides you can go on for you or your kids' height. So this is right where we're at now, and first thing we're gonna look at is Willie's Waves. So if you don't know, Willie the Dragon is the official mascot of the Bavarian Inn Lodge. The wave pool is not going at all times. I love that it was a relaxing zero entry pool that is great for the little ones, and then when the alarm goes off, it turns into an exciting wave pool. This was my kid's favorite thing to do. It gets up to 5 feet deep and there are lifeguards on duty all over the park. I will say I've been in wave pools where I've gotten smacked by the waves way harder than this one. This one was in between. I think it was perfect. Now moving over to the lazy river. This is called Greta's River Run. So Greta the Dragon is the majestic keeper of the lush garden that surrounds this lazy river. They call it a not so lazy river, but I would say it's a mix in between a really relaxed river and then the wild river that they have over at Zender's Water Park. So it can be relaxing, but also my kids were in there swimming and having tons of fun, or you can get a tube and just chill. They also have an area of the lazy river that you can go into and just sit down and relax in a cold jetted tub. So now we're going to talk about the activity pool that's by the entrance. There's 2 different sections, Victoria's Crossing and Fest Platz. So at Victoria's Crossing, you can hang onto these ropes and jump across the lily pads. They don't have a height limit for this, so any kid can do it as long as they can do it alone. So then divided off across the pool are the basketball hoops. This was obviously taken after hours, but it was very congested and packed with teenagers during the day having lots of fun. There is a lot of free seating in this area. If your kid's in here a lot, I would try to grab one of those, or you can even buy one of the cabanas. So for a closer look into the cabanas, looks like they have a refrigerator, a safe, ATV, a table and lounger, and then some fans as well. And then right next to that is the indoor-outdoor hot tub. This was my personal favorite. I love that you could go outside just easily. We were there when it was cold, and it was nice to not just have to go outside, walk on the freezing cold cement to get into an outside hot tub, and you could just be nice and cozy while you went outside instead. This hot tub is huge, and there were tons of seating. And so then next to the Bavarian Springs outside is their outdoor regular pool. This was not open when we were there, but it is open now. And then inside next to the hot tub is Puddle Platz. So these are the kid water slides that you only have to be 36 inches to go on. You can go on it as a teenager or an adult, and I will say they had some speed. So when we were there, the kids were not allowed to wear life jackets on these slides, and it made my older kids I had with me not want to ride them. But after talking to the manager, I did confirm that they now allow life jackets on these kid water slides. They have other little water play areas for the young kids. They have the swings for the babies or toddlers, and then they have the water bucket that does fall. You can't go up there and play as a young kid. Up there is actually the bigger water slides, or medium water slides, I should say. These 4 slides, you have to be 40 inches to be able to ride them. They have a baby or toddler water slide here, this little fish one that my young daughter loved. And throughout the water park, they have these little splash water areas that even the babies could enjoy. Moving on to the bigger ones, we have the Super Duper Dragons Flight, which is a family raft slide, and the Schnitz and Fritz Racers, which is a racer mat slide. For these slides, you have to be 42 inches. And if you're under 48 inches, you have to wear a life jacket on these slides. And for context, my 6-year-old could ride every slide in this water park if she wanted. For the mat racer slides, you literally grab a mat and you can grab a friend if you want to race them, or you can go solo. For Willie's Wild Ride, you can either go solo or together on a raft, and you have to be 42 inches. Then the Rapunzel Racer slides are also a tube slide, but you can go together or solo, and you can go at the same time with your friend if you want to race them. So there's 2 other slides on the other part of the hotel that was here before the water park opened, and so stay tuned for that. I'm going to go over there in just a minute, but I'm going to finish out the water park. So then on the other side of the water park, there's tons of seating upstairs and downstairs, and then over there is Michigan's first swim up bar. So same as the other hot tub, it opens up to the outside. It's like a pool slash hot tub. It was a good temperature to sit in, but it wasn't so hot that you're having a drink and you shouldn't be in that hot of water. It was perfect. And there's seating on the outside if you just want to watch the game or whatever and not be wet. They have a handicap accessible chair, and the other hot tub also has a handicap chair too. If you want to go all out, you can rent a suite. You just go up these stairs. I love the theming, feels like a castle, and you have a great view of the water park. There's tons of lockers. The mediums were $12 a day, and then the large was $15 a day, but you could also leave it at the table if you want. A lot of people did this. So they have tons of showers in the bathroom at the water park. On the other part, the old part of the water park, there's only 1 shower per bathroom. So this was a good addition. They have shampoo and they have bags for your wet bathing suit. They do have a towel station. They want you to return the towels before going to the other part of the hotel. They have towels on that side too, but if you want a towel for in between, then bring your own. So before going over there, I want to talk about the food in the water park. They have a quick bite to eat area where they have donuts and ice cream, and they also have frozen daiquiris. They have a souvenir cup too that you can get, and then the refills are a little bit cheaper. So chips, nachos. I felt like the snacks were a decent price, but that the cocktails were a little expensive. So then there's Chef Willie's Cafe, and this is where you can order actual food. Fries, hot dogs, chicken tenders, sandwiches, salad. It looked great. So leaving the Bavarian Blast Waterpark, we're gonna go check out all the other fun things that are still in this hotel. So right when you come down the stairs of the elevator from the water park, you will run into the bowling. And then this opens up to a huge arcade. The arcade is spread around different levels of this hotel, and there's over 160 games. So even if you're just in Frankenmuth and you're not staying at this hotel, you can come here and play the arcade. My kid's favorite thing is this cute little playhouse. It has little toy food and a slide. If you watched the vlog, we did laser tag last time. And one of the things I remember most as a kid is the indoor putt-putt. I love that this is decorated so beautiful. They have these little houses, it's all lit up. There's just no other hotel in Michigan that even comes close to the atmosphere that this place gives off. So then something brand new with the water park came this giant 3-story ropes course. And I am so proud of my 6-year-old and my niece who just turned 8 because they both did every single story of this ropes course, and they did the zip line way up top.
Woo! Go Marley! Woo! Oh my gosh. Good job!
There's also a rock climbing wall, and the workers there were amazing. They worked so well with my little ones. And then right next to all the commotion is a sweet shop. So we came here and we got ice cream. There's caramel apples, a bunch of different kinds of candy. And if you're looking for real food, there is a restaurant right next to Putt Putt. They also have a bar here inside, and you can also order a beer and then walk around with your kids when they're at the arcade. On weekends, they have karaoke, and it turns into a little dance party. So there's 4 pools, not including the water park, so I'm gonna go over that. So the first one is the Family Fun Center pool and water slides. There's 2 pools, and then there's 2 water slides and a hot tub. There's a zero depth pool, which is great for babies and toddlers. They can play with all of the little water that comes out. And then the Fun Center pool is nice because it starts off not very deep. Even my little one could just walk in there. And then it does get a little deeper for swimming. The water slides are really fun. They have a body slide and then they have a tube slide. My kids loved it. I still think that this tube slide is my favorite out of all of the water slides at this Bavarian Inn hotel. And so then over behind Putt Putt is the waterfall pool, and there is a hot tub over there. So even though there's gates to get into the pool, I think what's really cool about this hotel is that the pool is just kind of out in the main lobby. It's not confined to this like little square room off somewhere. And so then there is a courtyard pool, which is adult only. There is a pool and a hot tub. There's also pool and ping pong away from the madness of the fun center. And all the pools are open till either 11 p.m. or midnight. So that adult pool is right by the main lobby, so I just figured I'd show that. They have free coffee all throughout the hotel. Huge perk. And they have a gift shop, and then they have the Oma's restaurant, and you can also get takeout at Oma's, and they have a little bar down the hall too. And then real quick on the rooms, we have stayed in 2 doubles, 2 queens. We stayed with balconies, not balconies, and some of the balconies having a much better view than the others. All of the rooms are Bavarian themed. This is how the rooms are going to be. They're not going to update it and make it look modern. This is the theme of the hotel. They have information in each room too about the family that the room is named after, so you can look at that and just kind of feel more personalized about where you're staying. So outside they have a little area that actually has a sandbox for the kids. It's right outside of the water park entrance. You can just see how huge this hotel is. I have fun staying here every single time. It is my favorite hotel in all of Michigan. So be sure to go to the Bavarian Inn restaurant across the river and get the world famous chicken dinner and head downstairs to see their huge souvenir shop. I also have a video on all things to do in Frankenmuth, a video on Zender's water park, a more vlog style video of the Bavarian Inn before and one after the new water parks opened. So I hope that this video helped. Stick along for more water park videos in Michigan, Ohio, and all around. And I will see you guys next time.
Hello. Mommy. What's your name, Mama?
My name is Mom.
Oh.
What's your name?
Hey.
Hi, Kennedy.